The moment the red light flashed and Lawrence O'Donnell said, "Good evening, we begin tonight with what might be the most shocking turn in Washington all year." America held its breath. Asterisk, this wasn't just another political segment. No, this was breaking news in the truest sense, and it unfolded live on MSNBC's The Last Word. It felt like something straight out of a political thriller. Asterisk, at 9:01 p.m. Eastern. Lawrence leaned forward with a rare seriousness. The newsroom had just received an exclusive scoop from Capitol Hill. Phones were buzzing. The control room was frantic, and producers were signaling him to slow down. But Lawrence didn't flinch. What he was about to say would dominate headlines for weeks. Asterisk. The story began earlier in the day. Top aide to President Whitaker, yes, that Whitaker administration had leaked an internal memo to a reliable political journalist. The memo revealed something explosive, asterisk greater than the president had held unauthorized. Private briefings with a foreign government official over trade sanctions, without notifying Congress or even the State Department. Asterisk, and here's the kicker. Asterisk, the foreign official in question wasn't just a trade rep, it was General Yao Liang, a high-ranking Chinese military strategist involved in past cyber warfare campaigns. Asterisk Lawrence. Armed with the document, read key lines on air. Asterisk greater than national interest must supersede procedural norms. Asterisk, if this back channel is exposed, redirect focus immediately to border security narratives. Asterisk, this was no ordinary memo. It was part of a damage control blueprint. The U.S. government was potentially engaging in unauthorized diplomacy and lying about it. Asterisk. Within minutes of Lawrence's segment airing, political figures began reacting. Representative Alina Martinez, DTX, tweeted, "Greater than this is a constitutional crisis. If this is verified, President Whitaker must resign or face impeachment again." Asterisk even. Some GOP senators, usually firm allies of the president, began backing away. Senator Blake Callahan Arrett told a local outlet, asterisk greater than if the report on The Last Word is accurate, it's deeply troubling. We cannot allow bombshell deals with hostile foreign powers. Asterisk on social media, hashtag Whitaker leaks began trending globally. Even international press like the BBC and Al Jazeera began broadcasting snippets from O'Donnell's breaking news segment. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a firestorm. But Lawrence didn't stop with the leak. He brought on former CIA analyst Marcy DeLuca, who explained how this could reshape the upcoming 2026 midterms, asterisk greater than if proven. This isn't just an ethical lapse. It's a breach of national security protocol. We could be looking at indictments, resignations, and a realignment in voter trust. Asterisk DeLuca went on to highlight a disturbing pattern. Asterisk, this was the third time in less than a year that President Whitaker had been linked to secretive diplomatic communications outside of traditional channels. Asterisk, and let's not forget former Secretary of Defense Alan Reddick resigned just 2 months ago, citing deep disagreements on national priorities. Now we know this memo might have been the reason. Asterisk voters are watching closely. The stakes for the 2026 elections have skyrocketed, and analysts say if more memos surface, the president's party could suffer a landslide defeat. Asterisk. As the show neared its end, Lawrence O'Donnell delivered his signature closing monologue. But this time, it was more than commentary, it was a warning. Asterisk. Greater than. We've seen moments in history where the American experiment was tested not by enemies abroad, but by choices made right here at home. Tonight, we saw one of those moments, and how we respond as voters, as citizens, as defenders of the truth, will define what comes next. Asterisk with a piercing look into the camera, Lawrence left. Viewers with a haunting reminder, asterisk greater than democracy does not collapse in a single moment. Erodes silently memo by memo, lie by lie. Just hours after The Last Word aired, a whistleblower stepped forward, an anonymous senior communications official who claims they had no choice but to leak the memo. Asterisk. In a recorded call with journalist Mara Benson, which Lawrence aired in part, the next night the insider said, asterisk, we've been screaming internally for months. Diplomatic decisions are being made without process, without checks. This isn't about politics anymore. It's about national safety. Asterisk, the whistleblower also hinted at more documents, including recorded conversations and encrypted emails involving White House staff and foreign intermediaries. If true, this could blow the scandal wide open and potentially involve senior cabinet members. Asterisk, security experts are now warning that the source's safety must be a top priority, as political whistleblowers in recent years have faced both legal and personal threats, Lawrence reminded viewers. Asterisk, greater than in truth-telling moments like this, democracy must protect its truth-tellers. By the next morning, June 29th, Wall Street responded. The Dow Jones dropped 600 points in early trading. Investors feared instability in Washington and possible sanctions fallout if the allegations proved true. Asterisk, meanwhile, diplomatic reactions began rolling in. Asterisk, China's foreign ministry denied involvement, calling the claims pure fabrication. Asterisk, the European Union released a cautious statement urging the U.S. to uphold transparent governance. The United Nations quietly requested a briefing from U.S. diplomats. The scandal, once confined to American screens, had now gone global. And as Lawrence pointed out in a follow-up report, asterisk greater than, this is no longer just a U.S. news story, it's a geopolitical tremor. Asterisk.